Let's arise for the pledge of allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands, a nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Number 2 on the agenda, motion to approve the minutes of the December 9, 2025 meeting. Can I have a motion? So, thank you very much. I have a second. Thank you, Dennis. Any changes to the minutes? Any adjustments? Anything at all?
No.
No. Okay, then I'll call the question. All those in favor of passing the minutes for the December 9, 2025 meeting, please say aye.
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 I'm Steve.
And we have 3 approves, 1 abstention, and 2 absences, but we do have a quorum. I should note for the record that Mr. Walker and Mr. Justy are not here today. Okay, public comment, if there is any, you can certainly rise, tell us who you are, where you live, and what your comment is.
I'm John Mack. I live in Newtown Township. I had a couple of questions. I don't know if you can answer them simple. There's a manhole near on Lincoln on Lincoln Road. What road do I live on?
You live in Everett. Darlington Road. Still live in Darlington?
Darlington, Lower Darlington Road, when I come out of a Country Bend, that's really depressed. I remember one time you guys were fixing those on Sycamore Street, but I also know that the township has ordered parts to fix those. Whose responsibility is it to fix that? Because it's really depressed. There were cones around it at one point. There are no cones now.
What's the intersection? I believe that's a storm manhole. It got ripped open during the snow plowing. That would not be us. That would be
It doesn't
counted.
look ripped open. It looks like it's sunk about the.
Are you
Yeah.
talking about the same things?
I think we're talking about the
That's the
same
intersection
manhole.
of Lower Darlington Road.
And Everett?
and Everett.
Yeah, that's township. That's a storm sewer.
It's on the country back
Yeah.
side of the street.
Yeah,
And then, yeah, that's storm box.
That was, they are aware of it. They did have to order parts from what I understand.
okay.
And the why it's low, just so you know, is that the riser section
Yeah.
got snagged on the plow and it was,
So maybe it's been fixed already. I don't even.
I don't know. We went out to check it out because they thought it was ours, but it is not.
The other question I had, I received in the mail something about the sewer lines from my house. You guys are not responsible for, anything happens to it. You're the homeowner's responsible for getting it fixed. It's an insurance. Trying to get you to buy insurance. Do you think that's something that people should be considering or?
So you do indeed own the pipe from the home to the 4 to 6 connection, generally around the curb line area, let's say. So that is yours. That's homeowners. If there is a reputable insurance company, it might be something to look into. I know nothing about any of them. Bucks County Water and Sewer used to have a program. I did know a few customers that did benefit from it, but I don't know that they offer it anymore. We don't have anything like that, so I wouldn't, if you want to send it to me, I'll check it out for you.
Yeah,
Could also, I would suggest comparing to your homeowners, it may be offered as a rider to your homeowner's policy.
Okay.
So if you want a
who sent you the
comparison.
letter?
Excuse me?
Who sent you the letter?
I can't remember the name.
And you don't have it with you?
No, I forgot the name.
Bring it next month.
Yeah, right, okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you. Any further public comment? I see no more public present, but
No,
just the case.
no
All
business.
right, no visitors today. If there's an executive session, we'll do that at the end, not now. That's okay with everyone?
Yes.
Then we're up to the review of the expenditures register.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. That it is the next 6 or 7 pages that I did email out to you guys. The highlighted yellow again are the out of the ordinary. If you have any questions throughout those pages, let me know. I think the big one in there you're gonna see is coming up. We have the Doli construction.
It's later on the agenda.
Yeah, so that's a big one in there for you. That's the payout number 2. We're gonna get to that later. But other than that, everything is within order. And you have 7 pages there.
They asked what a slop sink is.
That is a backroom sink that decided to blow apart and start spewing water on us. So.
Is
all
one of
that-
the, in the bathroom?
Yeah, it's it's like a utility sink.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they call it a slop sink.
In the mechanical room.
Back in the,
Oh.
yeah,
Okay, thank you.
yeah. It wouldn't shut off. Lucas is very quick to act, so that's who we call. If you don't have any other questions, you'll see the total on the bottom of page 7.
Are there any questions for Mike? Other than mine? Okay. That's the case. Next step is item number 7, motion to approve payment of bills from the attached register that we just reviewed. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Thank you very much. If we have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Dennis. Okay, any further questions? Anything else come rising in the past 2 minutes? If not, let's call the question. All those in favor of approving the payment of the bills from the January attached expenditures register, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 3 and 2 absences. Thank you very much. We're up to number 8 on the agenda, review attached receipts from December 2025.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You'll see that December of this 2025. Go down the column there, see it's very standard. That very top number there that you see is represents 29 settlements that we had in Newtown. And then the other ones are self-explanatory there, nothing out of the sorts on that. What I'd like to do after this is the next page, actually, like I said last month, it's the accounts payable. That gives you a nice breakdown between the expenditure and why you're gonna be making the transfer. That's on the agenda page. It breaks it down for you.
Thank you very much. So the next matter of business number 9 on the agenda is a motion to transfer $700,860.83 from our trust account to the operating account in order to pay all the bills we're looking at here. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
You? Second, please. Thank you. Any discussion, further discussion, questions? Any insights? Okay. Then I'll call the question. All those in favor of transferring $700,860.83 from our trust account to our operating account, please indicate so by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 4-0. 2 absences. I think in the last motion I said 3-0, it's 4-0.
Correct.
Okay, I want to correct that for the record. Delinquent accounts, number 10.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman. You'll see this one, very standard for December, January, February. They seem to climb these months. This is 53 in total. Again, out of the 9,000 customers, we have 37 for cycle A. Now, what's important about that is 37 of those 53 will be due at the end of this month. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to carry over, but nevertheless, it's 37 out of the 53. We have 6 from cycle B and 10 from cycle C. So unless you have any questions on that, that's kind of how that breaks down.
Just have one more sort of a generic question about gurus.
Yeah, apparently the bank has taken that over from what we're hearing. Now, that could just be phone talk. I don't know, but one of our representatives was told over the phone, and again, I don't know, could be hearsay, that the bank has taken them over. I don't
That
know
would
that.
indicate they haven't been paying their mortgage either.
I don't know. I can't speak to that, but
Did they mention what bank it is?
they did not. We're gonna be pressing on them, so, yeah.
Go find out. Yeah, I'm gonna ask
Yep.
again next month. I noticed that they've been closed and actually the word on the street, they're no longer in business. They stayed.
Well, apparently, didn't they do takeout for quite a while? The
They
one guy
did.
sold it to the brother, and then it was takeout,
I
and
don't see any activity there at all.
I don't either, so. Well, this is, it'll be one of the ones we chase and go from there.
Okay. Let's stay on top of that one. Yep. Any other questions about the delinquency reports other than that one? Okay. All right, do we need a second public comment? No, thank you. Move right on from that. Engineers report, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My written report is in your packets, if anybody has any questions. On the active construction project. You know, there's a basic update there, but just for the board's benefit. All the mainline sewer work and manhole work is complete and they've moved to lateral replacements. There are a couple, you know, there's always, I think there's about 60 laterals that need to be replaced, so there's always gonna be, you know, a couple challenges. We likely will need to take down 2 or 3 trees, that it was discovered the lateral runs directly underneath them. So in addition to access issues, those trees present root intrusion potential and digging underneath them. Raises potential risk to damage to the tree, which we don't wanna risk either if a tree were to die after. So we will likely have a change order to the contract for removal of a few trees. And we're still waiting on the change order pricing for the storm sewer that had to be replaced that I reported on last meeting. So I hope to have those to present to you for consideration next month. And then, you know, just really some minor development activity. Patriots Place, we did receive revised plans and we think the plans are in good shape. There are some outstanding permitting issues that still need to be addressed before they can move to construction. Wawa has requested release of their escrow. They do have some facilities that need to be dedicated, so there's some work that need to be done and make sure that they have the appropriate maintenance posted before the authority were to accept dedication.
How much are we holding?
I don't have the exact amount in my head, so, I mean, I can get it for
I
you.
don't know now, just let me know next month.
Yeah, they haven't requested reduction of anything and they did post like the construction value of the facilities they were installing. So it's probably not a small number, I wouldn't think.
No.
Yeah.
They've been very good. with
Yeah.
that stuff.
Right.
They stand on top of their grease.
Yeah, and actually to add to her report, we will be doing in-house final inspection
Oh, okay.
of all the,
Of all the
yeah,
facilities, that's.
this is what we, it's kind of what we do as well. We'll go and inspect it again and make sure everything's fine.
Everything looks good, then
Yep.
we'll ask the solicitor to prepare deed of dedication and then they have to, the authority retains 15% of the value of facilities for 18 months, just in case anything goes wrong in that maintenance period. So that'll be probably coming up in the next couple months. Other than that, I don't think I have anything else to report unless anybody has any questions.
Any questions for our engineer? Sure.
How about Patriots Place? Is that the new People Works behind the liquor store?
Now, this
What
is
is
a
Patriots Place?
Patriots Place is a 2 lots subdivided or 1 lot subdivided to 3.
Yeah.
Right, so it's 2 new homes and an existing home that's getting an addition. So there'll be 2 new laterals off of State Street to serve the 2 new homes. And the property with the addition, we determined would remain as 1 EDU, even with the addition.
Correct. You know where the Lefferts property was next to the movie theater, the lot that's there?
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
And 518 South State, I haven't even looked at yet. We got a PSA executed last month.
Yeah, there hasn't been much traction on that. That's in my report
Okay.
of things that
Because
I've.
I do have,
There hasn't been anything.
yeah, I have sewage planning documents to review, but I have not done.
Sorry about that.
That's fine.
You're good, yeah. Once these things, a lot of things, they hit our desk and then they can go stale for a while.
Quiet.
So,
All right, is that what you have?
That's all I have.
Thank you very much. Then we'll move on to the solicitor's report.
Thank you. With regard to 518 South State, as Terry just mentioned, that professional services agreement is on your agenda today and is on the table to be signed. So that gives then Terry the flexibility to start doing the work on that property.
that much. You're good.
I have.
Wait, yeah, we
I
have.
think he emailed me when it came in.
Yeah.
That's probably, I was thinking.
She was
sorry.
getting ahead of things.
I was, I'm sorry.
She was assuming he was gonna have to do the work, so she just got a head
Was
start.
that PSA attached to the minutes? Because I didn't separate them. No. Otherwise- Oh, well, here it is. Thank you. Okay.
So we have the PSA for 518, and then we also have a professional services contract for 10 Friends Lane. That's also on the agenda. I'll hand that one up. That one was just signed by the developer late last week. So both of those items are on your agenda. With regard to your question about the Wawa, I just looked at my files. And we had requested an escrow of $155,870 for Wawa. In the sewer service agreement. So that was March of 2024. So there will be less than that in it now, but that's how much escrow it started with. If that's helpful.
It's helpful, thank you.
One of the other items I have mentioned in my report is that we received a right to know request from Mr. Mag. So that response went out. It was with regard to our request for Mr. Worthington to purchase the property that had previously been condemned. So that letter did go out. We're still waiting on a response from Mr. Worthington. And then the final item I have on my report has to do with Penn's Common. So Mike had an issue arise, I think with different homeowners with regards to new driveways. So those owners had new driveways that did not want their driveways disturbed as part of the Penn's Commons work. So Mike and I spoke about that, and then Mike talked to those homeowners.
Just one on the driveway, yeah.
Okay, and was able to reach a resolution.
Yeah.
So,
He's good.
Yeah, similar to the trees. If we review new development plans, we always try and keep laterals out of driveways for obvious reasons. If you have to dig it up, you don't want to have to dig up driveway. Doesn't always work out, especially we find with developments that were constructed many, many years ago. So, again, there's a lot of laterals associated with this project. We're probably kind of lucky that we're only a couple that were found to
Very,
run under driveways.
very.
And this particular driveway was brand new. So it's a balance of, we can't build you a whole new driveway. We usually just cut what we need to get through, then they have a patch. However, well, Mike could probably speak to it. We want to let the property owner know that if you don't have your lateral replaced now, the private portion that is normally your responsibility, something happens in the future, the authority's gonna pay. So that's kind of Mike walk through
We call it the 4 to 6 connection. 6 is ours. We own the 6-inch. They connect with the 4-inch pipe. If there is a leak or a breach at that point, that is homeowner responsibility. So if we don't fix it now during this campaign, which is exactly what this is about, and we come back and, we see it leaking, then we've already gone and it would be on the homeowner at that point. So.
How does that get documented? Do we keep records of that?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
we drafted a lot.
we prepared a form
Yeah.
that the homeowner had two options. Could either agree to proceed with what we were proposing and accept the patch, or could defer replacement of the lateral, in which case he was acknowledging he would be responsible for costs if they arose in the future.
Yep. And he was very good when we were face to face, it was no problem. So,
I certainly understand him being concerned about it.
yeah.
He's gonna live with it every day.
Yeah, when you're replacing 60 laterals, timing, there's always gonna be, unfortunately, the one who has a pretty new driveway, the lateral happens to run under it.
Yeah.
A little bit of Murphy's Law, yes.
Do you know, when did he actually replace his driveway or
It's not as new as we originally
Didn't look that
thought on the
new.
call.
Oh,
The call was that it was just late 2 weeks ago, but it was a little bit older than that, so we're good.
Okay. Anything else from Jessica or to Jessica?
Nothing else to be except for executive session.
Any questions for Jessica? No, okay, let's move on then. Up to the manager's reports.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. A lot we talked about already, but the mainline test and seal folks will be back the beginning of February. In addition to Terry's comments on Penn's Commons, we will be doing, if you remember, Terry has talked about it in the past, but there's a section of pipe that we're not replacing, we are going to line that is through Tamara Farms. That's gonna start in 2 or 3 weeks. Their crews are coming out for that. There are, you know, 2 trees that do have to come down and
Mike, explain why we're gonna line it rather than replace it.
because that is it's a preserved property, historic even. So rather than disturb it, like we would really
There's a lot of
disturb it.
There's
Yeah,
a lot of regulatory requirements
Yeah.
that go, that surround excavating on a historic or preserved property, so it would have delayed the project and increased our costs to get the property cleared for excavation or replacement.
and there's no laterals
Right.
on these couple of runs, which is great. That's what makes this really work, the lining part. So we have no concerns about lining it opposed to replacing it. So we'll be fine.
How long is the part we're replacing? It's all the way up to the house?
I think it's 400 or 500 feet, something like
Did
that.
you say the part we're replacing?
The line, I'm lining.
Line.
Oh, line,
lining,
no,
yeah.
it's like 20, it's like
Actually, yeah.
3,000.
Yeah, yeah.
It's, I think,
It's
a
the
long hill.
whole front of Tamara.
Yeah, yeah.
It's from between,
That
yeah,
whole entire drive up
Yeah.
from line to the house, to the
Yeah.
house.
What size is that pipe?
8 inch. Yep. With no laterals, which is very nice.
Okay, and just for my edification, remind me what the mainline test and seal program actually.
That's the grouting.
Oh, that's
Test
grouting,
and get
yes.
seal, yeah. The only other thing I think is the last item that I know I've talked about this in the past, but we help Northampton, they help us. So 2 folks went out Christmas night and I gave them a hand. So
What was the blockage?
sewer main, about 2,000 feet, was backed up. Their truck was not operable. So we gave it a call. And that's the least we could do. We help them out, they help us out.
Yeah, Mike's not tooting his own horn enough. They also got a call from the executive director at Northampton talking about
Yeah, Jeff,
how nice it was for the
Jeff and I
guy,
went out.
how nice it was for the guys on Christmas to go out, so
Yeah,
it's not giving them, they're not giving them something.
Is it inappropriate? That's what it was blocked by?
we never know. We don't, let's get it clear that we go. I don't know. It could be anything, grease,
I'm thinking of Christmas trees or something.
No. grease and gunk, you know, that's the likely suspect.
How
Yeah,
big of a line is that?
That's 8 inches.
8
Well,
inches off.
yeah. It was on Elm, were we? Elm Avenue? Yeah, it was Elm Avenue, not very far from us.
no,
So
I know Ellen very well.
Christmas Eve, I'm sorry, Christmas night, about 6 o'clock. We were both good. We were both done, ready to get out of the house.
Before or after?
Get out of the house. My son said, "You're going?" And I go, "Yeah."
Is it the same?
Yeah, his kid said the same thing. But I think that's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. Now let's move on to the field report, Beth.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. 2 sewers were reconnected this past month. 526 Penn Street, as well as 444 Penn Street. Were both reconnected. Up and running.
Why were they?
So,
I'm always asking for his.
So when they go ahead and somebody buys a home, like somebody buys a smaller home or they're doing an upgrade and they knock the house down, we require them to first disconnect the sewer so we don't get debris and infiltration.
Sure.
So they got disconnected, I don't remember when, months ago. They were both the Luca homes. And then when they're ready to reconnect services, I go back out and they excavate, replace the line from the house out.
Okay.
So a lot of that going on.
I saw some of those trenches open in the last couple of weeks.
On Penn Street?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did them both. They did them pretty good this time. It's DeLuca, so they got the same guy to dig and the same plumber to connect. So they did them both in the same day. Just run the machine down the street. It's usually not that easy, but it went pretty quickly. So back up and on.
Just to add to that, are you guys familiar with the difference between a trap and a clean out? Usually what we do is we have them go to the trap. In the borough, they're predominantly all traps.
What's a trap?
Trap is just like under your kitchen sink. This is the easiest way to explain it. You open up your kitchen sink, you look in, you see the drain, you see that
Yeah.
blue.
Yeah.
Same concept out in the ground in your yard. We've done away with traps but they're still out there predominantly in the borough, a lot of them. So what we do is we have them go to that point when they're gonna do the disconnect for Jeff. We have them start there, we have them cut it, dig it right there, Cap. We encourage them, and all the good builders do, when they come back, they'll get rid of that trap and put a two-way T in. So that's an obstruction. The traps are just a nightmare, so, and Duluth has been very good, so.
Trap is to stop toxic gas.
Yes, and everything is vented these days. All the fixtures have vents. They have traps in them, all the fixtures, so the outside trap is no longer needed.
It's not a code requirement. It used to be a code requirement. It's not a building code requirement anymore.
Sinks were directly drained right down into your main 4-inch line and it stunk. So that's why you have them out front. And it's a lot in the borough.
Do they put a clean in?
Some, on new, when they do new, yeah,
Yeah.
they put it just a two-way T. Just to clean it, yeah.
Anything else, Jeff?
That's all for me, thank you.
Okay, any questions for Jeff? Okay. Let's move on to old business. Sub A is approval of professional services agreement for 518 South State Street. For the sake of the new members, please explain what a professional services agreement is.
So if there is a developer that needs to talk to your engineer, or to Mike or to legal about their plans for a particular property, I prepare a professional services agreement and they post an escrow into an account. And then that enables mostly Terry to work on the file and work with them to give them the information they need to bring their project forward.
New development is not supposed, the costs associated with new development isn't supposed to be placed on existing ratepayers. So that's the vehicle to make sure that existing ratepayers aren't paying for that. Those costs.
So you're paid through the cost,
Correct.
Right.
and you too.
Yes,
So you need a motion to approve, right?
yes. And one final thing, it also pays the authority's administrative costs. So there's a third bucket. So the authority, the overhead they devote to the processing of these is covered as well. And yes, we need a vote to approve it. So you
So
don't.
I need a motion to approve a professional services agreement for 518 South State Street. Who will make that motion? Thank you, Craig. A second, please.
Second.
Thank you, John. Sorry. All right, so let's call the question. All those in favor of approval of the professional services agreement for 518 South State Street, please say aye. Aye. Motion passes 4-0 with 2 absences. Sub B of the old business is a motion to approve a payment of application number 2 for Penn's Common Sewer Lining and Replacement Project to Doli Construction, not to exceed $347,190.27. I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Thank you, John. Second? Thank you, Craig. Any questions for our solicitor?
We were holding retainage and all too on that.
Yeah, they just crossed, we hold 10% retainage until they're 50% through the work and then it reduces to 5%. So they did just cross the 50% mark from a cost standpoint. So we did reduce retainage, but we hold 5%.
Thank you.
Good question. All right, anything further, other questions or comments about this? If not, I'll ask for a motion.
You have a motion and a second.
That's good, then let's call the question. All those in favor of approving a payment of application number 2 for Penn's Common Sewer Lining and Replacement Project to Doli Construction, not to exceed $347,190.27, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 4-0 with 2 absences. Thank you, everyone. We're up to new business. Approval of a professional services agreement for 10 Friends Lane, Newtown. Any close in on that?
No, this is similar to what you just approved for 518 South State Street. So the developer is looking to make some changes at 10 Friends Lane.
I can tell you that they're coming before the planning commission, Newtown Township, next Tuesday, a week from today.
Okay.
With this, it's also looking to see a conditional use
approval too.
Okay,
Okay, let's have a motion, please.
I made that motion.
Oh, you did, we passed that already?
Yeah, we did it on the other, I'll do it on ten.
Oh,
claims.
okay, thank you.
Service.
Second, please.
Second.
Thank you, Dennis. Any further discussion? Now let's call the question. All those in favor of approving the professional service agreement for 10 Friends Lane, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 4-0 with 2 absences. Thank you, everyone. Let's do the financials before we do the executive session.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Those last couple of pages in your packet, you're looking at December, the 5th month, target is 42%. Highlighted are the totals. If you go down the line, you'll see where we fall. And if you have any questions, let me know.
Do we get paid for the cell tower rent? Get paid once a year? Beginning of the year? Is that monthly?
That's monthly. We get reimbursed twice a year, 2 different school tax and then also real estate tax.
Any questions for Mike about the ledger? No. See Craig and looking, I have a question. No, okay. That's all we have here. I should note that we will go into executive session. Jessica, will there be need for us to go back to business session for anything?
no,
No, okay. In that case, we will not go back into session. For purposes of the public meeting, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you. And